Hey folks, Healer here. Today is Wednesday, December 2nd. Wargaming released update 0911 to most of the world today. The European servers will pick up the update tomorrow. I'll do a walkthrough of the article that Wargaming posted yesterday about the update. In fact, I would have preferred to have released this video yesterday so that you guys had it in time for today. But between doing 2 ship reviews and a bunch of stuff going on at home, I'm a little backlogged, so I apologize for any delay in content that folks were expecting from me. I'll also cover the Advent calendar, which is part of the holiday celebration that is being done this month. In fact, I'll open up the second day of the Advent calendar live for this video so you guys can see what the mechanics are like behind that. I'm also going to try to make this fairly condensed. I did an initial recording that was taking too long. So if you feel like I've skipped over something pretty quickly, just go back and read the article, or you can pop me a question in the comments of the video. Okay, so first, the update is actually, like I said, already gone out to most of the world. The PC client-side update is 3.1 gigabytes. So if you haven't started that client-side update, just keep that in mind. There's a link featuring the video from Dasha, which you can go watch. And then the next part is Wargaming has reminded us again, that the U.S. Navy Battleship line split is now fully available for the public to research, including the Kansas, Minnesota, and the Vermont. So I have not done a review of the Vermont. I have played her a few times. I didn't really get a game that I felt like was really instructive and would be really useful. I've had some decent games in her, but they just wouldn't be very, like I said, wouldn't be very enlightening in my opinion. I will refer you to replays or reviews by my CC colleagues, and I'll leave a couple of links in the description below for folks that I think have done a good job, or better job certainly than I would have, of reviewing this ship. She is generally getting better reviews than of the Minnesota and certainly the Kansas. Her gun systems seem to redeem her a fair amount, even though she again is pretty slow and she's got a long reload and she's just kind of a giant damage farm. The gun systems seem to help offset some of the more challenging aspects of the ship. So again, I'll refer you to some colleagues for better reviews, like I said, than I would do of this ship. All right, next is Winter Trophies. So this is the first discussion of stuff that's going to be happening during the month for the holiday season. We will have some random bundles, some free random bundles in the Armory that we can collect between December 4th and the 12th. So when you log into the game, you'll have a little reminder in the Armory, or on the Armory tab, I should say, in port, reminding you when you have a bundle available for you to pick up for free. There will be a total of 12 bundles during these days, so you can skip up to 6 days and still collect all of the rewards. There will be some doubloons, coal, premium time, a bunch of camouflages, and a couple of Santa gift containers that you can collect. And like I said, there will be some indication on the Armory tab in the port to remind you that you've got a reward that you can pick up, or a bundle you can pick up for free in the Armory. Next is an announcement of the New Year's gifts. These are the Santa gift boxes that everybody, or many people, tend to look forward to for this season. There will be bundles available for 3 different levels of Santa containers starting from December 4th. These can be bought for both doubloons, and there should be sales for real currency as well in the premium shop on the website. So these return doubloons, premium account time, coal, free XP, expendable camouflages, signals, and then obviously the thing that everybody looks forward to is the chance to win premium ships. There's 107 premium ships that are candidates to be won. And there is a separate article, which I can leave a link to in the description below, that goes into the details of what's included in these boxes. Next is there's going to be some combat mission groups associated with Winter Trophies. There will be a total of 21 missions spread across 3 combat mission groups. The first combat mission group is already available with the update as it got released today, and then there will be 2 more mission groups dropped in subsequent weeks during the month. And then the final reward for completing all of the combat missions will be a Tier 8 New Year permanent camouflage that you can assign to almost all Tier 8 ships, or any Tier 8 ship, I should say. There's only usually one or two premium ships where you cannot assign these New Year camouflages to, but otherwise these look pretty nice on a Tier 8 premium or Tier 8 ship that you intend to keep, maybe from the tech tree. All right. Reminder here: Wargaming has stated that the combat mission groups must be completed before update 0912 drops. So just keep that in mind. So if you want to get the rewards from these combat missions, you just need to wrap them up before update 0912 comes out. Next is the Advent calendar. And again, I'm going to go to the dedicated article about the Advent calendar and actually go to the calendar for me personally and open up the second day from the Advent calendar so you can see how that mechanics works. So I'll skip that for the moment. Next item is actually fairly important. Wargaming is introducing a change to how we knock off snowflakes and how we claim research points when we are regrinding ship lines. So instead of requiring a victory for either knocking off a snowflake or for being able to claim research points on a ship as we're grinding up through a line or regrinding a line for research points, all you need to do is play a game and earn a minimum of 300 base XP. And the combat or the battle type doesn't matter. It could be random battles, ranked, co-op operations, whatever. Obviously, the training room doesn't count because you don't earn any XP there, but pretty much everything else is going to count. So this is a permanent change to the game. It doesn't apply exclusively to 0911. All right, next is an update on, or some news about clan brawls, which is also being referred to as just brawls, although Wargaming kind of mixes the two terms here. So before I get to the specifics, on clan brawls, Wargaming has this important one-liner that says that the overhaul of the ranked battle system is being delayed to a later update. So they were testing this in the last round of public testing, the overhaul of the ranked battle system, and they had planned to release it in update 0911. I did a whole article, and Wargaming has a bunch of stuff on the development blog about this, but I guess they found that they had some issues, and they're going to have to delay rolling this out until a later update. This is also a good reminder why Wargaming always labels stuff in the development blog and on the developer bulletin that everything is subject to change. So until we see a formal announcement on the final release announcement like we see here for 0911, everything is subject to change, and this is a good example of, I guess, Wargaming realized this wasn't ready to go and they needed to pull it out. So I'd rather have them not release something too early if it's really not ready to go. All right. Aside from that, there's going to be 2 rounds of clan brawls, or brawls, depending upon how they want to label this. The first one will be December 9th through the 13th, 3 versus 3 format with Tier 9 ships. This looks like a repeat of the last round of clan brawls that we had when the Pomeran came out, and that ship was very popular during those clan brawls. I suspect she will be again. Each clan brawl team must be led by someone that is in a division, but the other 2 members of the division can be mercenaries. They could be from another clan. They could be not have a clan. It's up to them. And Wargaming is also placing a restriction that a maximum of 1 ship of each type per team is required. So since there are no aircraft carriers at Tier 9, this means that each team must be comprised of 1 battleship, 1 cruiser, and 1 destroyer. So clearly trying to keep things sort of mixed up and not have sort of troll teams that are all of one, like all Pomerans or whatever. That tends to make things a little static. All right, for the Clan Brawl 13, that will be December 16th through the 20th. This will be 5 versus 5 with Tier 10 ships, there will be a maximum of 1 aircraft carrier, 1 battleship, and one destroyer per team, and a maximum of 2 cruisers per team. So you're definitely going to have to mix things up. So it looks like you actually are going to be required, if I'm looking at the math correctly, a team has to be 1 aircraft carrier, 1 battleship, 1 destroyer, and 2 cruisers. I don't, unless I'm misreading something about the restrictions here, that is the team composition. And again, the approach here is that the commander of the division of a team has to be in a clan, but the other 4 members, excuse me, of the team can be mercenaries, which means they can be from other clans, or they can be someone without a clan or who's not part of a clan. So this is the new format that we're seeing, at least for these rounds of clan brawls. Next item is the Armory. So we have some new ships that have come to the Armory. We also have some ships that have been reinstated in the Armory that were previously steel ships that are now being sold for coal. So the 2 new ships are the premium Tier 9 German destroyer, the Z-44, and the special Tier 10 Royal Navy light cruiser HMS Plymouth. I did reviews of these 2 ships and released those reviews yesterday. So go check out those reviews. I'll leave links to them in the description below. The Z-44 will be available in the Armory for 228,000 coal, or you will be able to purchase her, or can right now as I speak, in the Armory for doubloons. And I think you could probably also buy her in the premium shop for currency. So check the premium shop for the various bundles available for the Z-44. For the Plymouth, she is a steel ship. She will cost 27,000 steel. And again, I'll recommend that you go watch those reviews if you are interested in either of those ships. The 2 ships being reinstated into the Armory are the premium Tier 9 Soviet destroyer Uss and the Tier 7 U.S. Navy light cruiser USS Flint. So these are going to now be sold as coal ships. Folks might remember that a few months ago, Wargaming took the Uss the Flint, and the Black out of circulation as steel ships because I guess they just weren't being sold very often, or weren't being purchased very often for steel, and they are now starting to reinstate these ships for coal. We don't have any news on the Black yet, so stay tuned for that. They are going to cost more coal than their constituents at their tier. So the Uss will cost 296,000 coal, and the Flint will cost 168,000 coal. So that is quite a bit higher than corresponding Tier 9 and Tier 7 coal ships. So just keep that in mind if you're interested in picking up these ships. 3 other ships that they are adding to the Armory for coal. The first is the premium Royal Navy battleship HMS Duke of York. She will cost 101,000 coal. The premium Tier 7 Soviet light cruiser Lazo will be sold for 83,000 coal. Excuse my phone. And then last but not least is the premium Tier 5 U.S. Navy destroyer, the USS Hill, which will cost 38,000 coal. So again, some other ships that you can pick up in the Armory for coal. Wargaming has added the German Navy and shipbuilding collection containers to the Armory. So for folks that did not complete the collections for these 2 events earlier this year, you can now buy containers from the Armory for 1,000 coal each. And this will allow people, like for the German Navy collection, once they complete that, they can mount a second flag and alternate color alternate camo colors for their German ships by completing those collections. So take a look out for that. All right. Just a reminder here, the reward for completing the shipbuilding collection is a Santa gift container. So just keep that in mind as well. All right. There's been some changes to the cost of picking up premium, some of the alternative premium camouflage patterns for some of the reward ships. So a number of reward ships have had specialized camouflage that you can buy for ranked tokens, including for the Flint, Black, Stalingrad, Bourgogne, and Shikishima. So the cost of those additional those specialized camouflages have been increased from 3 to 10 rank tokens. So just keep that in mind. And then the new Predator premium camouflage for the summers has also been added. And again, that costs 10 rank tokens. Wargaming has reminded us that as of update 0.10.1, the following ships will no longer be available, so expect to see this announcement every update until the change happens, because these ships are very popular, or at least most of them are. The Georgia, the Alaska, Massachusetts Thunder, and Smoland are all going to get removed from the premium shop and from the Armory as of 0.10.1. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's see. Next is a reminder on the single game client. This is actually something that Wargaming introduced in 0.9.9, and it looks like they want to kind of re-emphasize that people do not need, in fact, they shouldn't, set up separate game clients for each server that they play on. So if you have accounts on let's say the North America and the EU servers, you historically used to have a separate installation for each server that you played on. You now no longer do that. You have a single installation, and the Game Center allows you to change which account you want to connect as. And there's a screenshot here of how to do that. I'm not going to walk through that process here, but there's been a reminder from Wargaming about that. Wargaming has also reminded us, however, that for special test instances, so like the public test, super test, submarine testing, etc., those have all required separate installations of World of Warships, and that part does not change. All right, so now we get to the part which is other changes. Some of these things are fairly nominal. They might just be bug fixes. Other things can be fairly substantial. So let me do a relatively quick walkthrough here. Wargaming has added some banners for the Armory and Premium shop that's more visual. Second part, game balance changes. Wargaming announced this a couple of weeks ago, and I did an article on this from the development blog about it. The Khabarovsk and the Haragumo will no longer receive full pen damage from large caliber AP or SAP shells. The Royal Navy Tier 8 aircraft carrier Implacable is getting a buff to her HE bombs. In fact, this is the third buff in the last few months. Then next, the Tier 8 battleship USS Kansas. She's getting a modest improvement to her Sigma from 1.5 to 1.6. And last but not least, the concealment on the Tier 9 Japanese destroyer Kitakaze is being nerfed from 7.56 to 7.76 kilometers, which is going to increase her best concealment from 5.9 to 6.1. So again, these were all announced a few weeks ago. Wargaming is just making it official by putting it in this article. Some additional content changes. Wargaming has released some ships to super testers that in the game. This is just FYI. I don't know that you'll necessarily see these immediately in random battles yet, but Wargaming always advises us when in development ships have been brought into the client in anticipation of that at some point in the near future they are going to be visible in testing. Last but not least are some additional changes. So I'm not going to read through all of these, but there are a couple that I think are notable that folks may want to tune into. So for aircraft carrier players, there was a visual effect that was added fairly recently where the camera would shake when your planes took AA damage when they were using the engine boost. And Wargaming has now added an option that you can turn off that camera shaking if you found that distracting. Another thing that they've changed that again applies to carrier players that I think is quite important is that there was this, I don't know, feature, I guess, where Wargaming, if you clicked on the minimap, so if you use the whole control key and then you clicked with your mouse on the minimap, it would automatically initiate autopilot for your carrier and start moving your ship, which most people did not want. So they've removed that option from the game. So for those of you who play aircraft carriers, this is probably a welcome change. And like I said, there's a bunch of other changes here, mostly bug fixes. And there's also a link here to a full list of all of the bug fixes that they made. So if there was something specific that you were looking for, the best thing to do is look at this section and click on the player support link here that Wargaming has for getting a list of all those fixes. All right, so next, let me go over to let me hop over to the Advent Calendar. All right. So Advent Calendar, this is a new feature. Well, it's not even really a feature. It's a new reward mechanism that Wargaming introduced this year. And basically every day starting yesterday, December 1st, you could go to the calendar, which is just a website. You don't even need to log into the game, and you can collect rewards for your account. Each day there is a guaranteed reward that you can get. And each day there is a second reward you can get, provided that you complete a quote quest, which at least from what I can tell are going to be things like, subscribing to World of Warships YouTube channel, which was yesterday's quest. And we'll have to see what these other quests are, but it looks like they're going to be aimed at trying to get the community more directly engaged to the various media and outlets that Wargaming has for the game. So you can go to the calendar each day. Like I said, it doesn't look like there's any need to actually log into the game to claim these rewards. You just need to log into your World of Warships account to make this happen. So there's a link to the calendar, but you can just bookmark the calendar if you wanted. You don't have to claim necessarily each day, but when a day opens, you have up to a week to claim the rewards for that day. So for example, for yesterday's reward, you'll have until presumably December 7th to claim the reward. Now, if you, depending upon the number of quests, which is the second reward you get for each day, depending upon the number of quests you complete, you will receive, there's this progress bar at the bottom of the Advent Calendar that will return you progressively more valuable rewards. So after collecting 6 quests or completing 6 quests, you'll get some doubloons. After 12 quests, you'll get a day of premium time. After 18 quests, if you complete them, you'll get a Santa's gift container. And if you complete all 24 quests, you'll get a Santa's big gift container. And then most of the rest of this article I've already stated as far as getting daily presents and then some additional rewards. Oh, and this is the article where they talk about what's potentially included in the regular containers and the Santa gift containers. So the Santa gift containers, these are the sort of the lowest tier of the 3 containers. You can get 300 doubloons, 2,500 coal, 10,000 free XP, 30 days of premium time, a variety of different camouflage or economic signals. And then for the Santa's big containers, you get more doubloons, or 1,000 doubloons, 7,500 coal, 90 days, or you can get camouflage, or you can get special signals. Now, keep in mind that these are all mutually exclusive. So that's what this slash is that means that the reward is mutually exclusive. It's not additive. So you're only going to get one of these things in each container. All right. So let me go over to my calendar. So I already opened up for day 1. And the day 1, I got 3,000 Zulu signals, of which I have a stupid number already. So, but whatever, it's still free stuff. And then the special quest was to subscribe to the YouTube channel, which I had already done, and I claimed that reward. So my progress bar down here says that I completed one of the quests. All right, here's the day 2. And again, I'm doing this live. So it says I have about 5,500 co-op battles played. So I don't know that that's necessarily embarrassment to say I played co-op. It could be a fun, relaxing thing to do. And if I click this open, so it says I have 6 days left to collect this reward. So if I click open here, it looks like I got it. And they have a special quest. So join us on Discord, which I already have. So I'm not going to do this during this video, but basically the special quest is, now that I open this, is if I join World of Warships Discord, which I already have, I can then complete the quest and get the second reward. In fact, I think if I click, I think Wargaming already recognizes because I'm logged in. that I'm already registered with the Discord server. So I've now completed that second quest, and my progress bar has advanced one more. All right, so I think that is going to wrap it up for this, well, 25-minute update on 0911. Hopefully I kept your attention for most of that. Thanks much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the update in the comments below. Anything that you're in particular looking forward to. And as always, we hope to see you out there on the virtual seas, and we wish you happy sailing.